covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
New at 6, ramping up public safety in Orville. What the mayor has planned for the year ahead.
Plus,
he was working as a resident engineer on a grading project.
also new at 6, we'll show you a tribute to the fallen workers who keep our roads safe.
But first, we have new details about the fire that tore through a building at PV High School.
Now, breaking news from Tehama County, we are following a deadly plane crash. It's along Phyllis Road, just southwest of Cottonwood.
Action News Now reporter Jesse Angelo is there. He's been there since just before 4 o'clock. Jesse, I know we have some new details about somebody's died in this crash, right? What can you tell me?
That's right, Haley. Tehama County sheriffs tell us that they responded just after 3:30 to the crash that happened just around 3:15 this afternoon, just north of Phyllis Road, about 5 miles southwest of Cottonwood. They also say that 2 people were on board, a pilot and a passenger. The passenger was able to extricate themselves with severe burns out of the fuselage, was treated on scene, and then airlifted to a hospital in critical condition. The pilot did not survive their injuries. We're told that both were males, but we do not know any other information as to who they were. I'm also told that the NTSB and FAA will be arriving on this scene in the morning to continue their investigation. But 1 dead and 1 survived this deadly crash here in Cottonwood. Live in Cottonwood, Jesse Angelo, Action News Now.
And Jesse, before we let you go, no word on who these people were?
No word on that yet. That's right.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jesse. Well, he's going to stay out there and continue gathering information for us on this. We do know crews will be there overnight until NTSB arrives.
New details about the fire that tore through a building at PV High School in Chico. We were on the scene last Friday. You can see the video from Friday night when the fire sparked. Then reignited later, about an hour and a half after the fire department left. This was in the art building. The school is still assessing the extent of the damage. Action News Now reporter Nathan Espindula has been following this story since Friday. He joins us live from PV. So Nathan, do we know where in the art building that the fire started yet?
I spoke with Jean Somerville, who is a ceramics professor here at Pleasant Valley High School, and she told me the fire originated in her classroom. She also told me that she was not teaching class on Friday and that there was a substitute teacher in her place. However, neither the Chico Fire Department or the school district has confirmed this information. What the school district did tell me, though, was that they are very happy that despite the damage from the fire, class never had to be canceled for anyone here at Pleasant Valley High School.
The Pleasant Valley High School administration and staff has been tremendous at trying to find ways to relocate the programs and students, communicate with the families, and get them up and running. We're so excited that they were able to open school on Monday morning and have all the classrooms in place and ready to go.
Smith also told me that the reason for the fire remains unknown and that they are in full cooperation with the fire department and the insurance companies during the ongoing investigation. And Somerville told me that because of the fire last week, the Pleasant Valley High School Arts Department will not be participating in the California State Art Fair. Live in Chico, I'm Nathan Espindula, Action News Now.
So, Nathan, did you get any more information or any insight about how the fire could have started? We've all been wondering since Friday.
So I have not yet, but Somerville did tell me that as far as she knows, all the kills in her classroom were off on Friday.
That update, Nathan. The fire at Pleasant Valley High School began Friday about 4:20, then reignited later at 7:45 p.m.
The city of Orville says its finances are looking good with the reserve sitting at $9 million. The State of the City address is underway right now, but we talked to the mayor ahead of time and he told us that they've budgeted over $5 million for road work and over $500,000 for other repair work. As Orville enters the next fiscal year, there is a lot of work to be done in public works, public safety, and housing. And rather than dip into that $9 million reserve, the city is hoping it can get some grants. Mayor Pittman says Measure U, the voter-approved sales tax, will also help pay for needed road, utility, and recreation projects. One of those projects is a big drainage impact study for the South Orville area. If certain grants fall through, the city could pitch in up to $4 million from the reserve. Now, the city's also working toward adding a new fire station and improving public safety.
So new at 6, Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe is live now at the State Theater in Orville, where this State of the City address is underway. So Margot, where would a new fire station go?
Alan, this new station would be at the Orville Airport. Mayor Pittman explained to me that there is a building on the grounds that the city is looking to remodel to make it a station for the fire department and the police department. Now, similar to the building on Lincoln Boulevard where the police and fire departments share it, Pittman says they're looking to make that building at the airport a fire station with offices for the police department. He says by repurposing the building, the city can save more money.
By utilizing a pre-existing building, we can modify and remodel it up to a police fire station. That'll save us a considerable amount of funding, and we're deep into getting that done. In fact, amazingly, our staff found the original architect for that facility, so we couldn't ask for a better solution to that. So hopefully we'll see what can happen there with that particular building.
Pittman says by placing the station over there, it will expand services to those living nearby, especially with some of the newer neighborhoods and developments growing in that area. As for when this could happen, Pittman says they are looking to hear from the architect and have a report from him, hopefully by the summer. And after reviewing that, they'll see if they can utilize the building or not, and then the city will go over the next steps. Reporting live in Orville, I'm Margot Rowe for Action News Now.
Thank you, Margot. And Mayor Pittman says that the city will also be working to obtain a new ladder truck and fire engine in the upcoming budget.
Heads up, if you live in Paradise, there will be traffic control at the intersection of Clark Road and Elliott Road starting up in about 30 minutes and lasting until 7 in the morning. The Paradise Irrigation District says it's part of an improvement project to restore the community's water system from damage in the Camp Fire. Now, beginning tomorrow, Elliott Road from Clark Road to Maxwell will close weekdays until May 14th, and that begins at 8:30 a.m. Now, a live look over the Butte County area from Alert California's camera showing kind of some cloudy skies overhead.
Yeah, but not bad all in all. And Chief Meteorologist Howie Gordon continues to track those conditions for us. So as we head into this Tuesday evening, what should we expect, Howie?
Well, pretty pleasant overall. There is cloud cover. We'll continue to cloud up overnight. Now, let's go to the radar because there are some storms in the area. We're seeing rain further north and in the higher elevations. Then if you look south of Susanville or really east of Chico up into the foothills and the mountains, I've got some thunderstorm activity right here that I'm tracking. Let's zoom into that a little bit closer. So isolated storms, looking at some heavy bands of rain at the moment and looking at some lightning and some thunder. Looks to be very isolated. I'll continue to keep an eye on these storms. Temperature-wise, very much on the warm side, especially in the valley, in the mid-80s, cooler in those higher elevations. And then in terms of winds on the light side. We'll talk more about those storms, our cool down, and our eventual warm-up coming up soon.
Okay, thanks, Howie. Now, today, members of Teamsters Local 2010, the California Faculty Association, and the Academic Professionals of California called on state legislators to fully fund the California State University system.
It's all in response to the governor's budget proposal, which could cut or defer funding to the CSU. I spoke to a Teamster steward who's a locksmith at Chico State about why they're fighting to protect their existing collective bargaining agreements.
How significant would it be for your ability to, provide for yourself and your family if the deal isn't honored because of the state budget shortfall?
Well, if they do back out of the contract, then we'd have to go and restart negotiations all over again, and then that opens up, the whole process again, which includes like health insurance, all like that. Pretty much everything would be like a new contract.
Chico State's PR director told us in part that it respects its employees advocating for the university today and that the CSU deserves the resources necessary to maintain its quality of education, campus facilities, and services. There are 1,200 CSU skilled trades Teamsters and thousands more unionized workers represented by the CFA and APC.
Lives lost on the job were remembered today. Not police officers, but highway workers. A look at the Caltrans memorial service coming up next.
Plus, a new plan to keep you and the bears you're worried about safe from harm.
Let the dogs run. Let the dogs run.
We show you what one state lawmaker is calling a win-win.